So good evening and welcome. Welcome to Spirituality and Healing Meet, our regular Wednesday meet. And I welcome all the guests and all the regular members here who are keen to attend the session today. Yes. So I welcome all of you here. And today the agenda for the session is, the topic is Path of Love and Healing. So this is in very much in, you can say, related to the topic that we did in the last week. And the last week, the topic was, Gunjanji, what was the topic last week? Divine love and healing. So we did some basic concepts of
divine love and healing. Sorry,
yeah.
I was unmute.
Yeah. So divine love and healing was the session that we did last week.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, let's welcome Sylvia ji. Welcome, Tony. Welcome.
Yeah. Good evening, Shashi.
Good evening. Very good evening. So we are doing a quick recap of what we did in the last week. So our last week, our session was on divine love and healing. Okay, and we are building up that. Today we have path of love and healing. So how are these connected? First of all, let us have a quick recap of what we learned in the last session, last week. So we started off by understanding what does healing mean. Normally, when we say healing, we say, हाँ कोई तकलीफ है तो healing कराएंगे. That is what we understand when we have some pain in the body, we go to the doctor. So that is the same concept that we think is applicable to spiritual healing also. But this is slightly different, which we saw in the last week. So what is different? So we understood what was the body healing. और जब शरीर में कोई आपको तकलीफ होती है, बीमारी आती है या इंजरी होती है, then we go to the doctor to get the treatment. And after the treatment is over, or when we get the proper treatment, we say we got healed, which means the body got healed. So basically it is some kind of a chemical healing, I say that, or medical healing, which is happening with the body. So that is the first level of healing that everybody understands. हम सबको इस चीज का पूरा एक्सपीरियंस है, तो इसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है. बीमार होते हैं या चोट लगती है तो हम फिजिकल बॉडी की हीलिंग करते हैं, which is called the medical healing. I call that chemical healing because we pump our body with all the chemicals, right? और अगर कुछ ट्यूमर जैसा भी कुछ होता है तो ऑपरेशन करके उसे हटा दिया जाता है, and then the body after the surgery gets healed. That is how we understand healing. But we also have some stress problems, mental problem, emotional problem, for which we go to a doctor, maybe psychiatrist or psychologist or counselors, right? And then we also take medicines for that to relax our mind, to calm our mind, to get proper sleep. तो स्लीपिंग पिल्स का डोज होता है, कई और दवाइयां हैं, तो वो हम दवाइयां खाते हैं और उससे हम and we get healed. It is say that. So even the minor problems we have solved by healing with the medicines. So it is again medical healing, right? So what do you understand by spiritual healing is, if you understand it this way, that spiritual healing is holistic. Holistic means it affects all the areas of your life, physically, mentally, emotionally, karmically, financially. It can impact your health, wealth, relationships. That is what we are talking of spiritual healing, right? And spiritual healing is holistic in the sense it can impact all the areas of your life, all the aspects of your life, okay? And it is done absolutely in a perfect manner. Why? Because healing is done only by the divine. Spiritual healing that we understood in the last session, spiritual healing is done only by the divine. Human beings are not capable of doing any healing actually. So even the most successful surgeons and the doctors, they would only make the conditions suitable for the body to heal itself. The body heals itself because there is prana shakti, there is that spiritual aspect of the soul which is actually healing. So who is actually healing? The divine present in us in the form of soul. So soul power se hi healing hoti hai. This is what we understood in the last session. So if there is any kind of discussion you want, you should raise your hand. And I'm just trying to do a quick recap of what we covered in the last session. Okay. So spiritual healing is clear, can be done only by the divine. So that is how we came to the discussion of the last topic, which was divine love and healing. Correct? So we said spiritual healing can be done only by the divine. And today we are going to re-emphasize the fact that whenever divine is healing, it is the love energy which is healing. So we say God is love, love is God, which is basically meaning that God in the experience would be only in the form of an energy which is called love. So that is why we say divine love and healing. That was the connection that we saw in the last session, right? And today we are going to build it up and also see that when we do spiritual healing, we are actually moving on the path of love. And if you are experiencing and expressing love in your life, you are actually healing. That process is called healing. So you could heal your physical health, you could heal your materialistic world, and you can heal your wealth area, which means your income, your funds flow, your business, your job, your career, that can be healed, and also your relationships. Relationship healing is very, very prominent in nowadays. See that most of the people who come to me are coming for relationship healing, right? Breakdowns in relationship and unable to carry on with the relationship. Why? Because love is missing. Love is missing, so they are unhealed. That is why the connection here is that if you get love, you get healed. If you are healing, you get love. Understand the connection? That is why this topic is so very my heart and so very important in the life today. That we are going to talk of. We're going to talk of we are going to talk of divine love and healing, and we're going to talk about path of love and healing. So that is the connection. So now I throw the discussion open to the whole group. Anybody who has anything to ask or share or say about the topic, please go ahead. कौन बोलना चाहेंगे?
सर एक मैं क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहती हूँ कि जैसे हम लाइक आई एम इनटू टैरो रीडिंग एंड वैदिक हीलिंग आल्सो आई हैव लर्नड फ्रॉम यू and people ask me that why are you, if you are doing divine work, why are you charging for it? So what is the criteria behind it? So people, you are doing divine, then you are saying you are doing divine work and you are taking money from us, so that means it is not divine. So sir, what should be the answer?
Very good question actually, Gunjan ji. So let's acknowledge Gunjan ji for that wonderful question. I hope and I know that this question is at the back of the mind, at least for everybody. All the healers also have this question. All the healies also have this question.
Yes.
So how many of you are clear about this concept? Why energy exchange? Why this energy exchange is important? Such Sanjeev, of course, is fully aware of it. I know that. So let me have some views of somebody else, right? Anybody else who has any idea about what we're talking of? What is your idea? Energy exchange होना चाहिए, नहीं होना चाहिए?
Yeah, we get value for. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
हाँ जी. हाँ, हमको फिर healing होती है हमारी, तो we get value for it, ना? Otherwise we will suppose I've learned healing from you, and I've not. There is no exchange. Then I might not do it later on. But if I've paid, I'll do it every day. Now I do it every day.
Okay, very good. Well, let's acknowledge Parveen ji for that. And Rupa has raised her hand. Before I come to Rupa, let me just explain this as a concept, which is there prevalent in our ancient times. कितने लोगों को मालूम है पहले हम गुरुकुल में पढ़ते थे? हाँ, गुरुकुल में पढ़ाई होती थी. महाभारत के टाइम में भी हमने सुना सारे राजकुमार गुरुकुल में जाके पढ़ते थे, है ना? उनकी पूरी शिक्षा वहीं होती थी. इनफैक्ट they were away from the family life and they were actually taught in Gurukul, where they were not supposed to meet anybody else. That time it was the time for them to learn the shastras and whatever they wanted to learn. जो भी विद्या उनको सीखनी है सीखते थे. शिक्षा कंप्लीट कब होती थी? शिक्षा कंप्लीट कब होती थी? जब तक वो गुरु के आशीर्वाद से वो दीक्षा उनको मिलती थी और तब उसकी वैल्यू होती थी. So if there is no exchange, Guru Dakshina is what? Exchange, energy exchange. Okay, concept of energy exchange started from there, or it was always there. It is a universal law actually, right? So without energy exchange, that wisdom or that knowledge or that learning is incomplete. Number one, that is why this is so important, energy exchange. Okay. Second thing, unless you give, you will not receive. This is a law of the universe. This is a universal law of giving and receiving. How many of us are aware of it? जब तक आपको कुछ देना नहीं है, तब तक आपको मिलने वाला एनर्जी भी शुरू नहीं होता. You start giving, you start the energy cycle of receiving. You start giving, you start receiving. That is how the universe works. है ना? हम एक ब्रेथ छोड़ते हैं तभी दूसरी ब्रेथ भी आती है. You can't keep on breathing. Breathing करते रहिए, छोड़ेंगे नहीं तो नहीं होगा. You will blast. Correct? So you have to give and then you receive. This is a universal law. Couple this knowledge along with that universal law, along with the Guru Dakshina concept. So energy exchange is mandatory. Otherwise, your knowledge is incomplete. You will not get the benefit. How many of us know the story of Karna in Mahabharata? हर गुरु से उसको आशीर्वाद की जगह क्या मिला? कर्स मिला, श्राप. परशुराम जी से श्राप मिला और 2-4 ऐसे कर्म भी हो गए गलती से जो ब्राह्मणों से श्राप मिला उसे. What was the result? At the critical point, his knowledge failed. His knowledge did not serve him. ब्रह्मास्त्र का ज्ञान उसको उस समय काम नहीं आया जब सबसे ज्यादा important था. And that led to his downfall. So unless you have the blessings of the Guru, unless you have that Ashirwad or blessings from the Guru, that knowledge is incomplete. So all this coupled together forms the basic concept of energy exchange. Now we come to the present day life. यहाँ पे healer has to surrender to the divine. We saw that क्योंकि healing तो divine ही कर रहा है. Clear? Healing divine कर रहा है तो healer has to surrender to the divine. Healing का काम क्या है? He has to have faith in the divine. He cannot come in a testing mode. He cannot come as a with doubts in the mind. तो उसको full faith होना चाहिए. Full commitment, full faith कब आएगी? When he puts something at stake. That is another reason why energy exchange is important. And I insist actually, you pay the energy exchange before the healing. Then you have full faith and full, you can say, confidence in the healing process. And who is in front of you in the healing process? Divine is obviously not there. Who is in front of you? The healer is there. So the healer who is giving you the healing will be the point of contact for you. Have faith in the healer. Have faith in the healing. And that is how the energy exchange has to be done. It has to be done with a lot of gratitude. Okay. तो इसमें ये नहीं है कि मैंने energy exchange कर दिया अब healing करो. No, that is not an order. Healing is done by the divine. So you have to have a lot of gratitude to the divine for the healing. So faith and gratitude to the healing, you can say, makes the process of healing faster and easier for you to receive. Correct? That is why the concept of energy exchange is important. And normally I say it should be done at the beginning so that the healer gets the confidence and the commitment, and he has already put something at stake, so he is fully ready for that. क्योंकि healer जितनी मर्जी healing भेजे, it has to be received. Sanjeev also said a wonderful point in the last session. Healing has to be received by the healing. मैं आपको courier भेजूं, आप घर पे ही नहीं हो, मिलेगा आपको? नहीं मिलेगा. Similarly, मैं healing भेजूं आपको, and if you are not receptive, if you don't have the gratitude, if you don't have the faith, and if you are not ready for it, you will not get the healing done. मैं तो अपनी तरफ से पूरा कर रहा हूँ, आपको रिसीव नहीं हुआ. क्यों नहीं हुआ? You are not ready for it. Simply put, you are not ready for it. Maybe the gratitude was missing, maybe the faith was missing, maybe the confidence was missing. You came with a lot of doubt, experimenting mode. It doesn't work. That is why energy exchange is a must. But having said that, Gunjanji, this is important. I have never said no to anybody because they are unable to pay energy exchange. And now I don't know about others. Okay, I'm talking about myself. कोई बोलता है कि मैं energy exchange नहीं दे सकता अभी. I tell them this is energy exchange. But if they say I cannot pay right now, I have never said no to the healing. I said I will start the healing. Pay as per your capacity, as per your capability. You pay that. Whatever you have to pay, you pay. But energy exchange remains this. As we do the healing, the situation will improve. And your commitment is that you will pay me whenever you are in a position to do that. And I always quote this. I mean, this is actually mentioned in Bhagavad Gita also. There are many stories. Lord Krishna चावल के एक दाने से पूरे ब्राह्मणों की भूख मिटा देते हैं. तो एक चावल के दाने का एक्सचेंज लेके उन्होंने वो मैजिक किया. So if the avatar can do that, we should also do that. That is my way of looking at things. So whatever is the capacity, whatever is the capability, I accept that. Actually, I've done it. मैंने 111 रुपए में भी लेके healing शुरू करी है और complete किया है process. But it's another thing. After the healing is done, the energy exchange was made because the situation improved and the energy exchange was made. So Gunjanji, that is a long answer to your small question. So did I make it myself clear?
Yes, yes,
Is that clear?
definitely, sir. I'll be answerable to my clients now.
Yes. So it is a universal law. It works that way, but you don't have to be very strict about it.
Yes, yes.
Let them pay as per their capability and ability. But energy exchange is a must, and you should tell the amount whatever you have decided. That is the way it works. Yes, Rupaji, you have raised your hand since long. Please go ahead.
Sorry, Shashi, actually you already covered it. मैं यही कहना चाह रही थी कि वो connection बैठना चाहिए दोनों के बीच में, between the healer and the, तभी वो energy exchange जरूरी है. Until and unless that connection is there, you cannot even give the energy. It's like, you know, plugging into the socket. जब तक वो बिजली का वो plug नहीं डालेंगे तो कैसे connection होगा? So that is basically, if anybody wants to understand in a better perspective, that's what I wanted to say. So तूने तो सारा डिटेल में समझा ही दिया. That's it. अच्छा.
Good one, good one.
Great.
Okay, let's acknowledge Rupaji anyway because her question has been already answered. So good question from Gunjanji and Rupaji. Yes, Rajiv, you have raised your hand. Please go ahead. You're on mute.
Yeah. I just wanted to check with you. I mean, how do we ensure that the healing has happened because of the healer, or there are some other reasons? How do we ensure that? Of course, the situation will improve because of so many reasons. People will go to a doctor, they will do chemical healing as well. But how do we, tell people that it is happening because of this as well?
So you have to understand it this way. When you are trying multiple mode of healing, that's what I would say. If you are using multiple ways to heal yourself, you can never be sure which one is the one which is making the impact. Okay. So suppose you're doing pranayama or doing meditation also, you're doing healing also, you are doing going to temple also, 11 सोमवार के व्रत भी रख लिए आपने, सब कुछ कर लिया, तो you will never be able to pinpoint इसकी वजह से हुआ, उसकी वजह से ये हुआ. But what is important? Is the reason important or is the result important? Result. It is always the result which is important, right? No.
Yeah.
जो हॉस्पिटल में है वो ठीक ठाक होके घर आ जाए, that is more important, right?
Correct.
He should get the perfect treatment and he should come back home absolutely hale and hearty. That is important. कभी healing की वजह से सही treatment हो जाती है. Okay, so you cannot pinpoint किसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा है. Overall result is happening and you know as a healer that you are doing the healing and divine connection आप दे रहे हो. You charge your energy exchange as per your divine guidance. Whatever divine guides you, you charge as per that. And by the way, we are talking as a healer right now. Yes, Rajiv?
Yeah.
We are talking as a healer right now. Yeah.
Yes, as a
Because
healer, yeah.
that has to be made clear to everybody. He is not a healer right now. He is talking to me as a healer who has attended the program, who is a practicing healer, and he is asking, how do I convince the healer that this is because of the healing? You don't have to convince anybody. If he has come to you, you simply say, this is the healing I will do, and this is the energy exchange which is required. You are going to decide it. Correct?
Right.
So I once again request, if there is a disturbance, please go on mute. So Rajiv, is that okay?
Yeah,
Did I
yeah,
answer your
perfect.
question? All right, very good, very good.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's acknowledge Rajiv for that point. Very good. Still have you raised your hand? You have a raised hand. You want to share something more? Okay, that's better. All right. Yes, anybody else who wants to share anything or any question you have? Otherwise, we will expand, come back to the topic. Yes, Sanjeev, go ahead.
No, I'm really fascinated with this question since long about this. Why should healer or somebody should charge for something. And my simple thought process and my way of thinking is that कोई मंदिर जाता है, वो भी तो डिवाइन वर्क है, वहां पैसे क्यों चढ़ा के आता है? अगर वहां पैसे चढ़ाते हो किसी एनी होली प्लेस यू गो, वहां पैसे चढ़ा सकते हो, वो भी तो डिवाइन वर्क है, वहां पे तो कोई मांग भी नहीं रहा है. सो व्हाट इज द हार्म, व्हाट इज द इशू आउट हियर कि हीलर से हील करवा रहे हो? एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग द फैक्ट, आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट हीलर के पास पीपल कम एज अ लास्ट ऑप्शन. दे हैव ट्राइड ऑलमोस्ट एवरीथिंग, doctors, this, that, everything. Then they come to a healer. And why have they come to the healer after trying everything what they knew? And they might have spent lakhs of rupees before coming to a healer. Right? So why should, as a healer, you not charge at all? That's my simple thought process. मैं मंदिर में पैसा चढ़ा सकते हो तो यहाँ क्यों नहीं चढ़ा सकते हो?
Sir, can we interpret in that sense also that like doctors charge for their fees, we charge for this?
Gunjan, either way, your
Either way,
interpretation, you have to choose. I'm telling my point of view that what's the issue in this? Simple.
Yeah.
Correct.
No,
Now,
people ask me, so I was curious about the question.
you never go to a doctor and say, ठीक ठीक लगा लेना भैया. No? So you don't go to a temple and say, पुजारी से ठीक ठीक लगा लेना.
आज
There
50
is no
पैसे ही है.
negotiation, right? There is no negotiation there. But everybody else needs negotiation. सब्जी वाले के साथ खड़े होके आप negotiate कर सकते हो. You don't negotiate in front of God and divinity, right?
Doctor,
So you need to have some kind of faith, some respect, some sanctity is there. You can understand the difference. Very well said, Sanjeev. मंदिर में जाके हम वो पूछते भी नहीं है, पुजारी तो बोलता भी नहीं है कि हाँ 101 रुपए चढ़ाओ, फिर भी चढ़ा के आते हैं. हमारा faith है. So that faith, that trust has to be there, right? And you never do actually with God. It's actually a business deal. हाँ 101 रुपए का प्रसाद चढ़ा दिया, मेरा ये लिस्ट कर देना, अगले ट्यूसडे फिर आऊंगा. नई लिस्ट लेके. That is how we actually deal with God. So it is a deal. It's a business deal actually. So wake up. It doesn't work that way. God doesn't need any money for that, right? But yes, when you are doing some service, you having that faith and the confidence, and you pay that of your from दिल से दुआओं के साथ पे करते हैं ना. तो इसीलिए बोलते हैं healing is a profession, or rather healing is a service where you are actually doing it from your heart, and दुआओं के साथ आप energy exchange दे रहे हो. That is how the concept is. Correct? All right, let's acknowledge everybody who shared. Gunjanji, Sanjeev, very good, Rupa. Yes, and Parveenji, of course. Anybody else who has any question about healing, concept of healing, energy exchange, or anything related to any doubts related to healing? Good. So we are clear on this point. So let us move on to the connection between the path of love. So we understand God as absolute, right? God is infinite, God is absolute. We know that much. How is the divinity expressed in the materialistic world? If I ask you that question, tell me one quality, how divine is experienced in the materialistic world. What will be your answer? A human being, to put it more in an understandable manner, how does a human being experience divine in his life? कैसे करते हो divine qualities को कैसे experience करते हैं? Yes, Gunjan, go ahead.
Sir, I have seen many miracles. My daughter is here in the session, so this is a big miracle for me, and I never expected it. And she's here. That's a very good miracle for me that she's here.
Very good. So
yeah,
you experience God or divine hand in the events which are happening in your life, which you term as magic and miracles in your life, beyond your expectation. सोचा भी नहीं था, अचानक से हो रहा है. That is magic and miracles. So that is being experienced in your life. Okay, that is very good way. One way. Anything else?
And I have been experiencing it since I have been in DHV, and especially from the past 4 months, I am like financially growing because I'm doing divine work. and divine is working for me.
Absolute. Divine is working for you. Very good, Gunjan ji. I
Yes.
like that statement. Let's acknowledge Gunjan ji. And I'm fully aware of the kind of effort she's putting in and the kind of results she's getting. So it's
Yes,
absolutely wonderful, right? So you are manifesting
yes.
magical results in relationships,
I
in wealth, and
cannot disclose because my
health, right?
daughter is here. So I
That's
cannot
fine.
disclose.
That's fine. So it is in the form of health, in the form of wealth. You are creating wonderful results. Let me put it that way. And this is a presence of divine hand in your life. Correct? Very good. But if you ask me one more thing, like what is the quality? How do you experience divine as a quality in your life? What has actually transformed in your life? ये तो बाहर की दुनिया में हुआ है. अंदर की दुनिया में क्या चेंज हुआ है?
मैं तो रही
you
नहीं
have
सर
already said it.
गुंजन में. I am not the old Gunjan. I am a new Gunjan now.
Yeah. So what has happened which has made old Gunjan to new
As
Gunjan?
if
Something.
as if like my soul has changed. Like
What has
मेरे
changed
पास
in the soul?
word.
Let me ask you. What has changed in the soul?
सर
See,
पहले मैं बहुत रोती थी, बहुत ज्यादा ओवर थिंकिंग करती थी एंड आई वाज ऑलवेज क्रिबिंग कि ये हुआ एंड शिकायती टट्टू जैसे जिसको कहते हैं प्रॉपर वो कि उसने ये किया उसने वो किया एंड बिग टाइम चुगलखोर. I was totally like into all the dramas of the Maya, like you can say all the vikars, drinking and everything, partying but now I'm totally sattvic and
Okay. I will give you the direction. Okay, Gunjan ji. So this
yes,
was in the
yes,
past. I understood.
yes,
Present
yes,
में
sir.
अभी क्या है ये भी बता दिया. What is
Present.
that which has made from transition from old to new? क्या हुआ बीच में? One
Of
word.
course, sir.
One word.
Healing.
One word. Healing का मतलब
Healing.
healing से quality क्या आई?
क्वालिटी सर मैं ही चेंज हो गई तो मेरी लाइफ ही चेंज हो गई.
Okay, let
बिल्कुल
me
ही
give you
सब कुछ
that.
ही चेंज हो गया.
Let me give you that one word which I want you, but you are not. You're going
Yeah,
around.
shortened of words.
So it is actually the quality of love. The quality of love has
Yes.
increased in your life, and that is creating this magic and miracles. That has invoked the divine in you, and you're experiencing love.
Yeah.
You have to understand that when you're healing, the word is love. When you're on the path of love, you're actually healing yourself. That is the connection, right? So look more into this life, because that is what I want everybody to look into their life and see that how the path of love and healing are actually the same thing. It is not different. It is absolutely the same thing. It's like head and tails of the same coin. Yes. So think about it. Meanwhile, let me come to Sylvia ji. Sylvia ji, you wanted to share something? Go ahead.
No, I was about to love when you were saying what is that one word. I was about to say love, but then you said
Okay. So I understand that. Let's acknowledge Sylvia ji because she was absolutely bang on that point. That is what is important. You need to really, instead of actually going around, around and around in words, lost in words, you should actually be able to pinpoint transition की वजह क्या थी, एक quality क्या थी divine की. That quality is love. If you see this, then your journey ahead becomes very easy and very powerful, by the way. Yes. So let's acknowledge again everybody, and anybody else who would like to share. And meanwhile, let me welcome who all have joined a little bit later.
Can
So
I
Ramila
just
ji,
share?
welcome. Yeah, once again, Prerna ji, welcome. Jyoti ji, welcome. Pushpa ji, welcome. Namaskar. Anirudh ji, welcome. Vivek Sharma ji, welcome. Vivek Walia ji, welcome. Yes, Parveen ji, go ahead. You want to share something?
I think I feel there is a lot of joy in my life now. Like mind, body can emit. I can feel the emission of joy. So maybe it will convert to love one day. But अभी तो बहुत joy है life में. I enjoy whatever I'm doing, whether I'm reading or whether I'm settling up or whatever. I love to exercise now. I enjoy exercising, and that's a start that has started.
Okay, very good, Praveen ji. Let's acknowledge Praveen ji for that. And now, and all that is possible because of our spiritual journey, and she's also part of that healing program. So
Yeah.
again, the connection, I would say, Parveenji, you are experiencing joy, you are manifesting joy in your life, but the start, look at that. Love was the starting point. That is the first quality. Yes, yes or no? Yes or no?
Yeah.
God is love and love is God. And then the manifestation of love is joy. Look at it that way. Manifestation of that love is joy. Maybe later on it will come. Manifestation आपको याद है, उसका starting point नहीं याद है. Starting point is always love. Look at it that way. And you
Love
will
is
easily
there,
get the
but
connection.
मैं-
Healing is love and love is healing.
I hold back the love.
Huh?
Actually.
No, you're
I
not
don't
holding
want
back.
to.
If you hold back, you will not experience joy.
Okay.
You are
Okay.
experiencing joy, which is the
Okay,
proof
that's
that
a
you
that's
are
a big
experiencing an
awareness for me. Huh?
awareness में लाना है, यही हमको करना है.
Okay.
क्योंकि joy,
Okay.
gratitude,
That's a big
joy,
awareness.
gratitude will come later. Initially, God is love. When you invoke the divinity in you, you are love.
Yes.
And when you are love, you are healing yourself. And when you are healing yourself, you are healing others, because you're radiating that energy of love to others. And that interaction with others results in joy and gratitude and whatever. See the connection?
Thank
Great.
you. Yeah,
Let's
very
acknowledge Parveenji for that.
Thank you. Thank
Let's
you very
acknowledge
much.
Parveenji for that. Yes. And I will also share a small story, which is absolutely brilliant. And I heard that from who all I've met Praveen Mankar जी दिल्ली कैंप में मिले थे. हाँ, तो उन्होंने एक स्टोरी सुनाई थी in his session, and of course I would like to share that. But before that, let's have some more people share. Some more people share. Yes. So what is your experience of divinity? What is your experience of healing? What is your experience of love? And by the way, all the three are same. That is my experience, right? Okay, who wants to share? Anybody? Any question?
सर मैं एक शेयर करना चाहूंगी स्टोरी.
Yes,
Pass
please
we
go ahead.
here.
Yes, go ahead.
एक बहुत छोटी सी स्टोरी है, शायद पता नहीं वैलिड भी है कि नहीं, बट मैं शेयर करना चाहूंगी. मेरा पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस है. तो अभी मेरे साथ थोड़े दिन पहले क्या हुआ, मैंने ना ऑनलाइन खाना ऑर्डर किया, तो मैं पिक करने गई तो उन्होंने गलती से मुझे 2 पार्सल दे दिए, 2 बैग दे दिए. तो मैंने ले लिए. फिर जैसे पहले मैं थी तो मैं सोचती थी वाह मेरे को तो डबल मिला एक पे करके. तो जैसे ही मैंने लिया वो, तो मेरे दिमाग में आया कि मेरे हिस्से का नहीं है ये, मुझे दूसरा पैकेट मिल गया है. तो मैं रास्ते में सोचती रही मेरे हिस्से का नहीं है, मेरे हिस्से का नहीं है. तो घर पहुंचने से पहले मेरे को एक होमलेस मिला सड़क पे. पैसे नहीं मांगे, वो कहता कुछ खाने को दे दो, उसने सीधा यही बोला मुझे. तो मैंने वो एक बैग दिया सीधा. तो मैं शॉक्ड थी कि पहली बारी कोई जो बेगर जो मांगने आता है सबसे पहले पैसे ही मांगते हैं. तो उसने मुझसे पैसे मांगे ही नहीं, उसने सीधा बोला कुछ खाने को. तो मैंने वो दूसरा बैग उसको दे दिया कि मैं यही सोच रही थी मेरे हिस्से का नहीं है, पता नहीं मुझे क्यों मिला है. पहले मैं रख लेती पर ही नहीं रखता.
Very good, very good. And that is the proof that the divinity is waking up in you. So you got possibly 2 packets because that first packet had to reach that person, that soul.
हाँ जी.
And you are a medium to do that. Very good, wonderful understanding. Thank you, Kasvi, for sharing that. And I hope this will open up a lot of things for many people. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care. All right, anybody else? And that's wonderful. How many of you were actually moved by that? अक्सर यही होता है ना, अरे एक्स्ट्रा मिल गया खाओ, डबल खाना खाएंगे आज. Yes. So you have to understand.
मैं तो माँ हूँ, मैं तो हिल गई इसकी बात सुन के, मुझे नहीं पता थी ये बात.
Okay, great.
Can I say something?
Yes, Jyoti ji, go ahead.
I just want to say one thing. मतलब बहुत years लग गए मुझे जिस चीज को डिस्कवर करने में. That was self love.
Yeah.
मतलब मैं अपनी उसमें नेगेटिव्स तो देखती रही, लेकिन अपने आप को I never loved myself, you know. तो जब आज लव की बात चल रही है तो मुझे लगता है कि सेल्फ लव इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड इंस्टेड ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म we should come with solution, you know, कि ये हम अपने को क्रिटिसाइज ना करके हम ये देखें कि हमारी ये गलती है और हमें इसके सोल्यूशन पे वर्क करना है. क्योंकि क्रिटिसाइज करेंगे तो हम जहाँ हैं वहीं के वहीं रहेंगे. हम ये बोल के बच जाएंगे कि we can't do this, we are like that. ऐसे बोलने से हम बच जाते हैं, बट अगर हम उसका सोल्यूशन साथ में रख देते हैं तो दैट वे वी आर मूविंग ऑन.
Wonderful, wonderful, Jyoti ji. Very good understanding and very good sharing actually. And I'm
Thank
happy that it is coming from you, right?
Thank
Great.
you.
And let me put it this way: how many of us have heard about self-love, and we have talked a lot about self-love, right? So self-love is only possible when you invoke the divine in you. Yes or no? ईगो में रहोगे तो सेल्फ लव नहीं होगा, right? ईगो में रहोगे तो सेल्फ लव नहीं होगा. When you invoke the divine in you, you are actually experiencing self-love, and love heals. So it is all the same. Divinity, love, and healing. It is all the same. कुछ भी फर्क नहीं है. One leads to the other. How many of you can get the connection? When you invoke the divine in you, you are in self-love, and when you are in self-love, you will be able to share that love with others. जो आपके अंदर है वही तो आप औरों को दोगे. If you are filled with poison, you will only give poison, right? A scorpio always bites. A snake always bites poison. But a rose is full of fragrance and it gives the fragrance. जो आपके अंदर है वही आप बाहर दोगे. तो अगर आप अपने आप को लव से भर लोगे तो आप बाहर लव ही दोगे. अगर आप दुखी आत्मा हो तो आप औरों को दुख ही दोगे. How many of you can connect with this? So that is the significance of what Jyoti ji has shared. If you're full of suffering and misery, you will only share negativity with others. If you're full of love, you will share love with others. And that will result in joy, that will result in gratitude, that will result in peace, and that will result in many other manifestations of love. Yes? Let's acknowledge Jyoti ji once again. Very good. Anybody else who would like to share? किसने नहीं बोला अभी तक? Vijay ji.
I would like to, when everybody else was sharing, it came in my mind that very often when I meet up with new people, like a lot of new parents come, or let's say, for instance, sometimes teachers are coming for interviews and I'm meeting them for the very, very first time. And so many times I've heard that, ma'am, when we come in, they go back saying that even if we get the job or not, but we feel such positive vibes in this place. Parents have said this, new people, like teachers who come for interviews, they say it. So I was just feeling, being present to the fact that the school that is being built, the new place which has come up, I think, or I'm very sure that it is built with so much of love, and probably that's what is thrown out into the world. I just became present to it. I always would hear it just for the sake of hearing it, but when I'm hearing everybody, sharing about their stories, I just became present to this, that so many people come and say the same thing to me about when they come to the school. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sylvia ji. And that is actually the the learning that we need to take. We are not aware of what we are doing. Every creation, look at any creation. Nature is creative, and that creative energy is love. God is creative. God is creating the whole universe. The whole universe is filled with love. Whenever you are creating something, it is, even a human birth is a creation which is out of love. Yes or no? So every creation, the foundation is love. The foundation is God. The foundation is divinity, and the foundation is healing. I always will connect all the three together. There is absolutely no difference, right? So if you're on the path of spirituality, you're on the path of healing, you are on the path of love. And that is the topic I want to really, really drill into the mind, because you approach it in any way, it is the same thing. भगवान के पास कैसे पहुंचे हमको आइडिया नहीं है. The path, the journey to spirituality is the path of love, is the path of healing. Look at it that way. It becomes easier now. It becomes easy to manifest. It becomes easy to follow. Yes? Yes, Rajiv ji, I will come to you and then I will come to Gunjan. Yeah. Rajiv, you want to share something?
Yeah, actually, there are so many incidents after Kasvi has mentioned about the small incident, what she said. There are so many things which are coming to my mind. Actually, I didn't realize probably that time, but ऐसे काफी incidents हुए हैं अभी फिलहाल जब से मेरा ये अटैक के बाद का जो भी हुआ है. जिस दिन मैंने सेल्फ हीलिंग नहीं की उस दिन मेरा गुस्सा बहुत ज्यादा था. I mean, I fought with my wife. I fought with some my vehicle I had given to somebody for repairing. It was not being done. Even today also it is not in hand. But that day I was so much angry, and that day I realized I had not actually done the self healing. तो ये मुझे बहुत सारी experiences हो रही है. Even while coming back to Qatar, actually I had booked one cab. Very quickly I'll tell. And at the last moment I realized that no, this guy is making it late. He's starting his late, and that is because of his own meetings and all. So I will better change the cab. I messaged him, and I said, I'm sorry, I can't go with you. I have to start a bit early. It's an international flight, I can't miss it. तो वो होने के बाद उसका मैसेज आया कि you should have told me before, which I immediately realized, and I said, this is the money which I have, I'm not coming with you, but I don't want to make a loss to you, so I'm sending it. And he was very shocked actually after receiving that amount which I have not really utilized it. And the next day he returned it back, saying that you have not utilized my service, so accept it. And I understood that you are honest. Whatever you thought at the last moment, you have taken the action accordingly. So these are the experiences. I mean, that is what Gunjanji was saying, that every now and then we keep on experiencing this, and so many are there. I mean, I don't want
Wonderful,
to
wonderful, Rajiv. Very good, very good.
but
Great
very
experience.
good.
And this
Thanks,
is what we
thanks a
need
ton
to be
to you.
actually, yeah. And this is what we need to be present to actually. Small incidences in our life which explains to us the you can say the secret of life. That the secret of life is all about divinity, is all about love, is all about healing. Yes. Very good, sir, Rajiv. Yes, Gunjanji, you wanted to share something? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Being a Punjabi, मेरी आवाज बहुत ज़्यादा loud थी. I was very loud. And my father and my mother is now telling me कि क्या हो गया है तुझे, इतनी धीरे धीरे बोलने लग गई है तू. तो मैंने कहा मैं संजीव सर से कुछ सीख रही हूँ. So एक्चुअली यस, बहुत ज्यादा एंगर इश्यूज जो थे वो बहुत कम हुए, एंड स्थिरता आ रही है, बहुत ज्यादा सहज भाव आ रहा है. तो आराम से बात करने की और आराम से सुनने की सामने वाले की बात, वो कैपेसिटी आ रही है.
Very good, very good.
तो पहले
You're
नहीं थी,
becoming
पहले
more,
बिल्कुल भी नहीं थी.
becoming more mature and
Yes,
stable, I would
yes,
say,
yes,
right?
yes.
In control. You're in control of your life. You're in control of your behavior. So that speaks
And
volumes.
all
Very good,
thanks to
Gunjanji.
Sanjeev sir also. So I'm trying to copy you, you can say. But I'm actually learning from you, not copy. Yeah, copy is the wrong word.
Modeling is the
I'm
right
learning.
word. You model
Yeah,
someone who is your
yes,
legend or who is your idol, right?
yes,
Like Virendra
yes,
Sehwag always used to model Sachin Tendulkar, and he created a name for himself, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you can always model somebody and even go beyond. So you don't have to be limited by your hero. Huh?
And
Yes, very good.
secondly, sir, one more thing. It is a miracle. मेरा जो हाउस हेल्प है वो मुझे रोज सुबह मैं जैसे कुछ भी सुन रही हूँ, लाइक अबाउट डिविनिटी, और आई एम सीइंग द DHV का प्रोग्राम, कुछ भी, एनीथिंग, तो वो यहाँ आकर सोफे पे बैठ जाता है, दीदी प्लीज थोड़ा ऊंचा कर दो, मुझे भी सुनना है. So even he is getting healing. I don't know how, and he is teaching me such beautiful things. हम नदी के किनारे गए हैं बेल तोड़ने के लिए. वहां पर बहुत सुंदर एक जंगली बेल लगी हुई थी, तो मैंने कहा कि ये तोड़ ले, हम उगा लेते हैं अपने घर में. कहता, दीदी आपने कभी सोचा है ये बात कि इनको पानी कौन दे रहा है, इनको खाना कौन दे रहा है? इनको ऊपर वाला खाना दे रहा है, ये खुद बढ़ रहे हैं और हमें सांस दे रहे हैं. और कहते हैं ये कितना अच्छा काम, ये खुद ब खुद पल रहे हैं. कहता भगवान ने सबको प्रोविजन दी हुई है खुद ब खुद पलने की, खुद ब खुद हीलिंग करने की, और दूसरों को भी हील करने की शक्ति हमारे अंदर ऑलरेडी है, बस हमें पहचानना है उसको.
Absolutely. Perfect. Wonderful learning. See, when you're open to learning, the divine will teach you in different ways from different people.
Yes,
You don't have to
yes,
actually go for come to a teaching class to learn something. Life will teach you.
And I was
It's just so
amazed
good.
that like he's uneducated. He doesn't know how to even write, but the knowledge is like मैं कभी सोचती थी कि पढ़े लिखों को ही नॉलेज मिलती है, बट उससे मुझे नॉलेज मिल रही है, सर.
You observe life, the life will give you the wisdom.
Yes.
Right? Very good. Wonderful, wonderful, Gunjan. Yes. Anybody else who would like to share? We're approaching the closing time, so anything that you want to learn, because आज का ज्ञान इतना ही था. There is no big gyan here, but only thing is I wanted all of you to get connected with invoking the divinity in you in the form of love. And love
Sir,
heals.
I would like to know some specific like specification of Diwali also. Like,
Okay, go ahead.
yeah. The discussion was about lighting up diyas and everything. So
I
I
saw
would
some.
like to, yeah. So I would like to know about that also.
Okay. So there was a discussion, and in the group, I suppose, and in some other group also.
Yes.
What is the significance of diya जो जलाते हैं, उसका significance क्या है? Since Diwali is coming, it's a very apt question. Okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, a very good question, Gunjan ji. So
Thank you.
I will take some time to explain that. जब हम दिया जला रहे हैं और दिवाली को हम बोलते हैं दीपावली, राइट? तो दियों की एक माला की बात कर रहे हैं, राइट? सो व्हाट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ दैट? जब आप एक दिया जला रहे हो तो उसमें एक मिट्टी का वो दिया है, उसमें एक बाती है, उसमें तेल घी डालते हैं और उसको जलाते हैं, और अंधेरा दूर होता है. सो द सिंबल ऑफ दैट इज दैट दिस बॉडी इज मेड अप ऑफ मिट्टी. सो दिस मिट्टी का जो दिया है वो एक्चुअली हमारी बॉडी है. And because of the ego, there is total darkness. So we are lighting up the divinity within. That means हम दिए को जला रहे हैं. लौ आ रही है तो we are getting lighted up. तो अंदर से आत्मा का जो बोध होता है उससे हमारा माइंड प्रज्वलित हो रहा है. So we are getting lightened up, and then we are spreading that light to others, and एक से दूसरे दिए को जला रहे हैं. So we are lighting up one after the other all the people. So that connection with the people is that lighting up and waking up other people. So it is all, Deepavali is actually a whole process of waking up. कि खुद जाग रहे हो और औरों को जगा रहे हो. And that is what is, you can say, the invoking the divinity is, you invoke the divinity within, spread that light, spread that love to everybody, and everybody is awakened. So that is actually the significance of Deepavali, which has been established and as a knowledge, as a wisdom, but it's a good understanding. So that is basically the thing. So I hope that is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes.
तो यही था जो डिस्कशन मैं
हाँ जी वो
डिस्कस
थोड़ा
कर रहा
मेरे
था
को
और समझ में नहीं आ रहा था, तो मैंने कहा चलो बाद में समझाऊंगा.
हाँ जी.
Okay. Yes. So let's acknowledge Gunjan ji for that significance of Diwali, and I hope everybody is clear on that. So this is only a symbol. See, often what we do is we do the rituals mechanically, right? हम rituals को mechanically करते हैं, and then we forget the spiritual understanding of it. Ritual और spiritual में क्या फर्क है मालूम? Ritual को spiritual बनाने में क्या फर्क है? Only one S is missing. So the spirit is missing or the soul is missing. तो एक ritual को अगर spiritual बनाना है तो you just have to put your heart and soul into it, and the ritual becomes spiritual. तो दिया जलाना एक मैकेनिकल चीज है, लेकिन उसमें अगर आप स्पिरिट को जगा देंगे तो it will become a whole spiritual event. How many of you can connect with it? So we are living life with a lot of rituals. There is no spirituality. So invoke the spirituality in small actions. हर छोटे एक्शन में अगर आप अपने स्पिरिट को इन्वोक कर लेंगे, it will become spiritual, and you will live a life of bliss, radiating love, peace, and joy to everybody. That is the learning. That is the wisdom. Yes, good, Gunjan ji. Good question, and your acknowledgement to, so that you invoke that response from me. Yeah, good. Anybody else who has any question? Ramila ji, Manisha ji, Prerna ji. I have not recognized Prerna ji. कौन है, किसने invite किया? Prerna ji. If you are from any
Sir,
group.
she's been, I have invited her, sir.
Okay, very good. So you should have invited. You should have introduced your guest, no?
Hi.
Okay, Kasi says she is heading to college. Okay, take care. Very good that you joined. Thank you very much. Enjoy. Yes, Prerna ji, you want to share something about yourself so that we can all connect with you?
Yeah, so then, thought that,
Your
join
voice
this
is
for
cracking, I
help.
suppose. Your
Is
voice
it?
is cracking. We're not able to hear you.
Are you able to hear me right now? Is it audible?
Is she audible to everybody? Okay, good.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, I reached her out through some Astro Talk and asked you wanted
Okay,
to join for healing purpose and all
okay.
for tarot readings. So, yeah, it's a very new thing for me, and I would love to know the things. What happened? Did I say something wrong?
No, that's fine. It's no problem. It's okay. It's okay. And only thing is, yes. So you are welcome to this program, and you can attend this. It's a weekly program that we have. You're welcome to this, and whatever you have any question, you can ask. And if you want to share something, please feel free to do that. Yeah,
Sure, I will.
that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Welcome. Take care. Yes. Anybody else who has any question? Welcome, Amit ji.
Namaskar, thank you. Sorry, I was driving, so just got in. Thank you.
Yes, I could
was
sense
listening
it
most
that
of
you were out somewhere, so which is okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Anybody else who would like to share anything? Anirudh ji, Ramila ji, Manisha ji, Vijay ji, Vivek ji. बहुत सारे लोग हैं लेकिन कोई शेयर नहीं कर रहे हैं. हाँ? Anybody who has anything to share? We are approaching the closing time. हाँ?
सर
कौन बोलेंगे?
मैं बोलूं सर?
अनिरुद्ध जी हाँ go ahead. बोलिए.
सर आज मैं थोड़ा मैं भी अभी ज्वाइन किया था, तो मुझे इतना ज्यादा का मालूम नहीं, फिर भी बस मेरा यही कहना था कि जो स्पिरिचुअल का है, बात है, जर्नी का है, तो स्टार्ट करने के लिए हमें पहला ये करना चाहिए कि टू हेल्प अदर्स, जहां मौका मिलता है टू ग्रैब द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू हेल्प अदर्स, उनको हेल्प कीजिए जब कोई हेल्प चाहता है, और ऑलवेज ऑफर टू हेल्प. तो ये जो हेल्प करने से ये दिस इज स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट है, तो हम उसमें स्पिरिचुअलिटी की तरफ आगे बढ़ेंगे. बस इतना ही कहना सर.
Good, very good. So let's acknowledge Anirudh ji for that. Good wisdom and good experience sharing. And by the way, this is what he is sharing from his life. Of course, it sounds like he is saying we should, but actually what he is saying is I do it. Okay, so you have to listen to it like that way. Correct? Yes, Anirudh ji, thank you very much. Vijay ji, कुछ share करना चाहेंगे towards the end?
सर ये टॉपिक जो है एक्चुअली बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है, और अपार्ट फ्रॉम हीलिंग एंड लव जिसके बारे में बात हो रही थी, ये कंप्लीट टॉपिक जो आपने लिखा है पाथ टू हीलिंग एंड लव, वो जो पाथ है वो मैं अभी कुछ सेशंस में आपके साथ में सीख रहा हूँ, जिसमें अभी अनिरुद्ध जी ने भी वही समराइज किया. अनलेस वो लव के साथ में आप एक्शन नहीं इन्वॉल्व होता है, तब तक वो जो है मीनिंगलेस रह जाता है. तब जब तक आप मतलब उसके अंदर एक्शन करके दूसरों को कुछ उसमें से निकले ना, कुछ मिले ना, जैसे आप भी जो है आप जैसे ज्ञान दे रहे हैं हम लोग को सबको, यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग अस फॉर spreading across the love light and also action along with it. So that's something which is the key element, I think.
Absolutely. Perfect, Vijay ji. Thank you for sharing that. And just to make it more clear to you, see, the path is also love, the action is also love, and the destination is also love. Because the destination is God. God is what? Love. So destination love है. Journey life की है. Life में क्या करना है? There are events. Events में क्या करना है? You have to experience and express love. So path is also love. Action is also love. Love is not a quality, not an emotion. It is an action word. Serve people, contribute to people. That is love. So ये एक ऐसा है जहाँ से बोलते हैं ना कि like the spirituality is all about journey of the self, through the self, to the self. ये actually वही है. So it is a journey of love, through love, to love. तो सब कुछ God या love ही है, and the process is called, that's what I do. तो healing ऐसा नहीं है कि जब जरूरत होगी या तकलीफ होगी तभी करेंगे. Healing is a way of your spiritual evolution, your spiritual journey. Spiritual journey में हम heal ही कर रहे हैं, and as a human being we are aware of it. So we should use our awareness and consciousness to move on this journey faster, so that we cover maximum distance. जाग गए हैं ना, तो इसी जन्म में maximum distance cover कर लें. That is the पिछले जन्मों में हम जागे नहीं होंगे, इसलिए स्पीड शायद कम थी, अभी जाग गए हैं, अब रुकना नहीं है, अभी फुल स्पीड के साथ थ्रॉटल आगे बढ़ना है. So invoke the divine in you, love, and share that love with everybody, and that will make you move forward on the spiritual journey. That is the process. Yes, let's acknowledge Anirudh and Vijay ji for that. And before we close, we have 2 minutes left. I will ask Sanjeev to share his views on whatever. And Amit ji कहाँ है? Amit ji फिर गाड़ी में है क्या? Parking में है? चलो कोई बात नहीं. We'll come to him later. Sanjeev, over to you. Anything you would like to share? How this was? Anything you want to add?
Shashi, this topic is actually the path to love and healing is actually a big topic. It cannot be covered in one session, I know. But what you shared, and just for the little bit my point of view. So I am dividing this in two parts: path of love, path of healing. My point of view is that path of love is actually one which is unconditional. Path of love cannot be conditional, and path of love cannot have any expectation. Moment it has conditions and expectations. In my formula, I call it's liking but not love, because liking has both the things, expectations and conditions. So that's what I call it, path of love. I feel that way. Second, when I call it the path of healing, so I'll quote something from Gautam Buddha. He is spoken into his Sati Pathan Sat, okay, where he talks about 4 noble truths. And the 4 noble truths are: number 1, understand there is suffering. There is suffering. Number 1. Number 2, there is arising of suffering. One, there is suffering. Second is there is arising of suffering in the individuals. Number 3, Buddha says there is cessation of suffering. It goes away. And fourth, the most critically says that there is a path leading to cessation of suffering. So everyone is aware about: first, there is suffering. There is arising of suffering. There is cessation of suffering. The interesting factor is most of the people miss out the fourth one, that there's a path that leads to cessation of suffering, which can be healing, which can be meditation, which can be yoga, anything. But there is a path. And when you wrote this subject today, the path to love and healing, I was really connected. It reminded me of this thing, that if one gets aware to the path of cessation of suffering, the life is into the process of healing. That's what I can say. That's all. Thank you very much.
Wonderful sharing. Let's acknowledge Sanjeev for that. Great. And that is actually the crux of the whole discussion, right? In the materialistic world, if you're living, you are always talking of, you're experiencing suffering. You see, the world is suffering. And every human being, if not every human being, at least majority of the human beings are experiencing suffering and misery. So this becomes very, very important. The path of cessation to suffering. That is important. And that is actually the path of healing. And that is the path of spirituality to become divine. Wonderful. Great. So let's acknowledge everybody who shared. Last and final call. Anybody who would like to share? It's already 2 minutes over time, and we'd like to close this session. Anything that you're taking away from the session? Prerna ji, what are you taking away from the session? One line, one word. Anything that you want to share?
Healing, yeah, I need a healing for myself.
Okay. So healing is the importance of healing is what you're taking away. Very good. Let's acknowledge Prerna ji for that.
Of course, I need to.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Anybody else who would like to share?
I
Last
need
and
to
final
find
call?
out what. Huh?
Yeah. Good, Prerna ji. I understood that. Thank you. Right. और कोई बोलना चाहेंगे? Ramila ji, anything you would like to share? What is opening up for you in this session? Rupa, I know you must be driving to office, so that is fine. Ramila ji, anything you would like to share? Vivek Walia ji?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Always fine.
Okay, great. Vivek Sharma ji, Manisha ji, anything you would like to share before we close the session?
Shashi, I would like to say one thing, that all those who qualified for free signature sample, many have already experienced, but some have still not given their sample. So before we close the show for entry of the sample, I would suggest all those who have not done, kindly do it so that you can go through it. You can get that.
Yes, you are getting an
Yes,
opportunity.
yes.
You should make avail yourself of your opportunity. Otherwise, it will go. It will close down. We will declare it is closed. Then the time is over, right? Okay. Let's set in a lighter vein. But yes, whoever is left, please get in touch with Sanjeev as soon as possible so that you get your gift as soon as possible. Yes. So with this, we come to the end of the session. Thank you very much for your participation. I fully enjoyed every moment of this discussion, and I hope it was enlightening for all the people. So enjoy the day, enjoy the week, and we'll meet again
Happy
next week. Till
Diwali.
then, Brahmasmi. Thank you very much.
Brahmasmi and Happy Diwali to all.
Happy Diwali.
to
Take
all, yeah.
care.
Happy
Good night.
Diwali. Happy
Bye-bye.
Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
Happy
Happy
Diwali to
Diwali to
everybody.
all.